Good morning, students. In this class, we are going to start the topic properties of the transition elements. So, basically, what kind of different properties which are shown by these transition elements, we have to discuss this in this particular topic. First point which is mentioned there, it is physical properties of transition elements. What kind of physical properties are present in these transition elements? Okay, so these general properties like high tensile strength, ductility, malleability, lustrous in nature, electrical and thermal conductivity. The meaning of all these words, as we will all know, the tensile means wire forming tendency, ductility and malleability is related to the sheet forming tendency, lustrous means shining in the nature, and electrical and thermal conductivity means conduction of the electricity and conduction of the thermal light. Now this is the graph we have. In this it is mentioned that how the variation we observe in the melting points of the transition elements. So starting with the series, how we observe the change in their melting points. In case of 3D series, we have we are observing that melting point is increasing from titanium to vanadium, then vanadium to chromium. It means what general thing we are observing. We are observing that number of unpaired electrons are increasing when we are moving from titanium to the chromium. So, due to this reason, the value of melting point is increasing from titanium to chromium due to the interatomic interactions which are present there in this particular condition. Now, second thing, after the chromium, we observe the decrease in the value of melting point because number of unpaired electron will start the decreasing. Then again we have increase there, then flatline there, and it will decreases up to the copper. Same thing we observe in case of the fourth series, in next series, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, and silver. Okay. Then after last series, how the melting point will change: hafnium, tantalum, tungsten, that is given. Then it is osmium, iridium, and platinum. So such kind of change in the melting point we will observe in that particular condition of the physical properties. So basically, what is responsible for the decision of melting point in these metal ions? It is the presence of the unpaired electron. If more number of unpaired electron is present, then more interatomic interactions will present in that particular case, and we will get the high value of the melting point there. So this thing is present in this first property. Now after this property, the second thing we have related to the radius of particular metal element or a particular metal ion. That how we observe the change of radius for particular metal ion or a atom in this particular condition. So basically we observe a specific condition there, and we have to understand the very important point in this. Second property we are discussing atomic and ionic radii. Ionic radii. Okay, this is related to the size of transition metal elements. Basically, the factor which is responsible in this is known as lengthenite contraction. Lengthenoid contraction and shielding effect. Shielding effect. These 2 points we have to clear there in this particular condition. What is the meaning of shielding effect? First of all, we have to understand. Suppose this is the structure of particular metal atom. In this central part is the nucleus, and around this nucleus we have the different number of cells where electrons are present. These electrons are present in these different cells. So what we observe in this particular condition is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So shielding is meaning this nucleus have the force of attraction on the outermost electrons. Okay, so one is the attraction force. Attraction. One is the attraction force between nucleus and electron. Between nucleus and electron. And another is repulsive force. Repulsive force between repulsive force between electron of inner cell and electrons of outermost valence cell and electrons of outermost valence cell. Outermost valence cell. So in this condition, what we observe? We observe that the electrons of the inner cell electrons protects the outermost electrons, outermost cell electrons, outermost cell electrons from attraction of nucleus, from attraction of nucleus. So this thing is known as the shielding effect. This thing is known as the shielding effect. Shielding of the outermost electrons by the inner electrons. Now if the shielding will become less, if shielding will become less, then what we observe? Nucleus attraction increases, nucleus attraction increases, and atomic size decreases. So this thing, when we observe in these elements of the D group, we know this thing as the lengthenite contraction. We know this thing as a lengthenite contraction in that particular case. Now lengthened contraction starts when we fill the electrons in a 4f subcell, where we observe that when electrons are filled there in 4f orbitals before the 5d, and if we filling the electron in 4f before the 5d, then they are not able to provide the proper shielding, and contraction in the atomic size will present in this condition, and this is known as lengthened contraction which we have. So two points we have discussed in this video. One is physical property and another is lengthened contraction. This lengthened contraction is also related to the other properties. So we will also continue in next video with other property.